Well, some families might have a difficult time maintaining balance and structure, and that can certainly lead to stress. Joining us today is Bill Baker, and he is a licensed professional counselor. Excuse me. Thank you. And thanks for joining us today.
Oh, glad to be here, Sherry.
All right. Today we are talking about family rules. So break that down for me.
Well, Sherry, a family rule is simply an established guideline or regulation for attitude and behavior within the family. Good rules provide structure that helps the family members feel secure and helps them to know how to interact with each other. A lack of rules fosters a climate of confusion and insecurity, whereas too many rules can create a climate that feels rigid and oppressive. Now, as the children grow older, the rules need to become increasingly more flexible and eventually, hopefully, can be replaced by principles that will guide the children into adulthood. I think of good family rules as being kind of like a guardrail along a steep mountainous highway. The primary purpose is not to restrict freedom, but to safeguard life.
Okay, and just touch on why they're important to the health and happiness of each family.
Because if we don't have good, solid rules, as I mentioned, there's a lot of confusion, disarray, children feel insecure, whereas if there's a good balance of rules, they will feel secure, and it just helps protect the well-being and the health of the children.
Now, at some point, there can be too many rules, I imagine.
Yes, there certainly can be.
I guess that would mean an overbearing parent. Would you call it that, or?
Well, that could be. Specific rules will vary from family to family. But generally speaking, we need rules for areas such as chores, time, possessions, recreation, space, communication, conflict. And as we try to refine the rules as parents, we can ask some questions such as, is the rule needed? What's its purpose? Is it appropriate for the age and development of the children? Is it enforceable? Can we monitor it for positive and negative consequences? Is it flexible? That is, can it be changed as needed, and so forth? So these are some of the questions we can ask as we refine the rules to make sure that the rules we come up with provide the kind of structure that's needed by the children.
And I guess, it might be hard for families that have children of different ages to make sure that all of those rules are accepted by each child and followed. I mean, what's the best advice for a parent that has children of all ages?
Well, that's a good question and a tough one. One of the things, Sherry, I have found that can be helpful if we're trying as parents to make up good rules that have high acceptance on the part of those for whom it's intended. We can use joint participation. That is, as much as possible, involve the children in the formation of the rules. And secondly, use consensus. That is, choose the rules that have more agreement by the family members. Now, that does not guarantee high acceptance, but generally speaking, children do better when they've had an opportunity for input and when they agree with the rule. But in all of this, the parents have to accept that final responsibility of setting up and enforcing the rules because the parents have the final say.
Yeah, I guess giving a child the ability to kind of make them think that they helped create that rule will make them follow it a little better.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
All right. Thanks for joining us today. Good advice.
Glad to be here, Sherry. Thank you.
All right.